What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Adventures of Zach. I want to give you guys a quick little update on the Racetech front install that I did, the front suspension kit that I did. I did one ride with it so far. If you guys saw my latest ride that I did, that's the first ride that I did with it installed. That's the only ride that I've done so far with it installed. It's been raining here all week. Obviously, this weekend's Mother's Day, so this weekend's going to be a little tough for me to get out and ride. I couldn't really give you guys a good update when I rode that day with it in there. The main reason is because my new helmet doesn't have all my microphones and everything hooked up, so it's really hard to talk to the camera when I don't have a microphone in there when I'm moving. The GoPro's external audio is terrible. It's really, really bad. It cuts in and out. It tries to go between wind, and if you try to set it, it's terrible. It's awesome. If you guys are looking at doing the Racetech spring kit for your bike, for the CRF250l or the Rally, it makes it an entirely different bike. It is a world of difference, and you're going to pay $130 some for oil and the kit. The oil, I went with 2 quarts. I went with Bell Ray 10 weight. You can go with whatever you prefer. I'm in the 180-pound range. I used 1 washer. They ship it with 4 washers. It's mandatory to use 1, and then you can use the additional 3s. They say it's anywhere between, what was it, 3 to 5 preload per washer, I believe it was. The one first washer puts it around 5 to 6 millimeters of preload, and then every washer thereafter is 3 to 5 millimeters. It's awesome though. It's really, really awesome. If you guys hit anything like I do, or you just want a stiffer suspension in general, it is well freaking worth it. And like I've said before, you guys, I highly recommend you do the right fork the same time you do the left. So all you got to do is take the cap off, dump out the oil, bleed it out, dump it out, make sure it's empty, fill the new oil up inside the right fork, 500 cc's in the left, 600 cc's in the right, bleed the air out of the system. It's so easy. It's easier to do the right fork to change the oil than it is on the left, because you don't have to disassemble anything except for the fork cap. You don't even take the cap assembly off. All you do is crack it off, unthread it, pull the rod up, bleed out all the old fluid, put the new fluid in there, bleed the air out, cap it back on, put it back on the bike, done. You can have the right fork done in like 10 minutes, 15 minutes if you take your time. The left fork took me about a half an hour to do. Disassemble from the bike and all that good stuff. And I was taking my time to make sure I got it all done right. But if you really want to tighten up your suspension on the 250L, I highly, highly recommend you do it. If you're debating whether it's good, whether it's this, it's amazing, man. We hit some pretty decent jumps. I'm gonna send it even harder on my next time I ride with it. I just wanted to make sure it was good before we really sent it. But it makes the bike, it transforms the bike entirely. The front forks are awesome. We hit them jumps, didn't even get close to bottoming out. I hit some really hard ruts and roots, and going up hills, I hit some gnarly shelves just to see if I could bottom out the front suspension. Couldn't bottom it out at all. Really stiff. The harder of an impact, the stiffer it gets. It's really, really well worth it. For the price, you cannot beat it. Cannot beat it at all. I'm really hoping to get another ride in here in the next few days for you guys to get a little bit more of a test. So the first ride that I did was just to kind of get the feels for it, make sure it felt good, make sure it felt right. My next ride, now that I know exactly how it feels, I can actually put it through some harder stuff to really feel what I can put it through. Other than that though, guys, stay tuned for the next ride. And I've got a wash and how-to video of what I do and what I use coming up very soon. I'm just waiting for all this rain to subside. Once I get that done, I'll show you guys what products I use, how I wash my bike. I even bought a new product that you see down here. I'm really curious to test it out and see how well that works with washing the bike. Other than that though, guys, Adventure Zach is out. Peace.